And a warm welcome back to Atlas Editions. Again, we are joined by some unique icons of the 1960s, two of probably the most famous cars. And to tell us more about it is our resident expert, Ian. Great to see you again. And wow, that's all I can say about these two fantastic cars. I would have owned either of them like a shot.
Well, you'd have been lucky to, because they weren't the cheapest things in the world. But yes, it's the E-Type Jaguar and the Aston Martin DB5, two absolute classics of British automobile design.
And if we take car by car, first of all, the E-Type, I mean, that was such a beautiful car. You said this is the one as well that had the triple windscreen wipers.
That's correct, yes. The E-Type Jaguar, one of its special features was it had 3 windscreen wipers on the front, which is a really important detail to try and get right.
And look at that, absolutely beautiful. And again, the other items we've discussed, again, you've got the number plate, which again is the authentic number plate of the era and so on.
That's correct. I mean, we always make sure that we try to have correct detailing where possible, and that's what we've done for these two models. And
you talk about the detailing. I love the detail you've gone into the boxes. Again, this retro look for the box.
We're really proud of the boxes. We've designed them in a kind of retro style with the old typeface, and even the finish on the box has got that slightly sort of grainy feel about it.
And let's move across now to the Aston Martin. Of course, we all know it's synonymous with that era of a certain person who used to work for MI5. We'll leave it at that. But a great car.
It's an absolute beauty, it really is. And it was the real sort of gentleman's car, shall we say, of the era, whereas the E-Type was more of a kind of...
So you sort of had to wear a dinner jacket if you drove one, really, didn't you?
Obligatory, absolutely obligatory, yes.
And look at this. Again, the same detail. And the scale, again, of these is...
1 to 43.
1 to 43.
That's right.
So, again, you've got them both exactly the same, and what a great thing. You know, I've won awards, by the way, I turn these things, you know. But look at that, absolutely stunning. Great piece of history, again, from the 1960s. And, again, with this, as with all of the items from Atlas Editions, you get the souvenir boxes, which, again, are particularly good on this one. You also get some brochures as well, and I'm going to hide that for a second. There we go. The brochures. First of all, this one all about the Aston Martin. And you've got a 4-page colour brochure there telling you all about the car, its history, and some of the stories associated with it. And, of course, you get one for the E-Type Jaguar as well. And there it is, fantastic. And it was the bad boys who drove these, wasn't it, really?
It was, yeah.
The more rebellious
George
types.
Best famously owned one. Frank Sinatra, when it came out in 1961, said, I want one of those.
So for this was the gentleman's car, this was the Rebel. Which would you have had?
Well, I couldn't possibly say. I couldn't possibly say.
You also get a special, are you ready for this? A surprise gift as well. It's a great addition to the collection, as you can imagine, something fairly suitable for that. So how do you get hold of this great item? Well, it's called the Aston Martin DB5 and E-Type Jaguar models. $2.99 plus free postage and packing. Normal price $29.98. You're saving a massive $26.99 on that. 0800 678 5400. Alternatively, visit the website atlaseditions.co.uk, and don't forget, if you call the call centre, you're talking to the UK. You're talking to people who know all about our products, and you'll know all about these two particular items. Again, the E-Type Jaguar and the DB5. What a great package, isn't it? It's
a really great package, and the fact that there's 2 of them as well is really extra special.
And going back into the history again of I mean, we've seen them in films. They are just such iconic cars of that era. I mean, for many people, these were probably the most iconic cars of the 60s.
I think they are. I mean, even Enzo Ferrari himself, when he saw the E-Type Jaguar for the first time, said it was the most beautiful car he'd ever seen. And that
what an accolade.
Well, exactly, and it continues to this day. I mean, I think the Daily Telegraph has voted it the most beautiful car of all time in their top 100. So these are really kind of important design classics from the UK.
And I love the fact you've got the E-Type Jag in that red and the DB5 in that lovely silver as well. Yeah. So again, if you would like to get hold of these two wonderful items, taking you back to the 60s. Again, it's the Aston Martin DB5 and E-Type Jaguar models. $2.99 plus free post and packing. 0800 678 5400 or atlaseditions.co.uk.